Welcome back. We're diving into a problem that I'm sure many of you in the AV world have faced, the silent display.
Oh, it's a classic headache.
Right. You've got this beautiful HDMI video feed, but the monitor, it either has no audio output or the one it has is just, well, garbage.
Completely unusable.
Exactly. So today, we're looking at a dedicated fix for that, the tvONE AP-536 HDMI audio extractor.
A very specific tool for a very specific job.
That's the mission here. We want to understand not just the specs, but why you would choose this particular $280 tool. Okay, let's unpack this.
It's all about separating the streams. You know, when that display won't give you a clean audio exit, the AP536 just steps right in.
And it just yanks the audio out.
It extracts that embedded digital audio, processes it, and then gives you a fresh, clean output for an external system.
Right.
The source material had a great way of putting it. Think of it like a freeway exit for sound.
I love that.
Yeah, the video traffic, it just keeps going unimpeded right to the display. But the audio, it takes a dedicated off-ramp.
The AP-536.
Precisely. And from there, you can route it, via its optical or analog outputs to your actual pro audio gear.
That's a perfect analogy. Now let's talk about the specs, because this is where it gets really interesting. I see it's compliant with HDMI 1.3 and HDCP 1.2. That's an older standard, right?
It is, and that's a really critical detail.
So does that sort of define its ceiling?
It absolutely does. Being HDMI 1.3 compliant tells you immediately this unit is built for 1080p environments. Full stop.
Okay, so no 4K.
No 4K, no HDR, none of the newer features like EISC. This thing is designed to be a rock-solid, reliable audio extractor for legacy. Or, tightly controlled 1080p system.
Which are still everywhere in corporate and education.
Everywhere. It's an expert at one job, not a generalist.
Got it. Okay, so what about the quality of that extracted audio? It says here it supports HDMI sample rates up to 192 kilohertz, but the extracted audio is capped at 48 kilohertz.
Yeah, that's a significant gap, and it's the key technical nuance you have to understand.
What does that mean in practice?
So, the 192 kilohertz is what the chip sees coming in over HDMI. But when it does its job, when it converts that and pushes it out the optical or analog ports, it's governed by a different chip.
And that one is capped at 48 kilohertz.
Exactly. Now, for most professional audio distribution, 48 kilohertz is perfectly fine. It's the standard. But if you were trying to feed an audiophile system, that cap becomes a real deciding factor.
I see. And it also mentions support for full high bitrate audio. Are we talking lossless codecs here, like DTS to HD master audio?
That's exactly right. That's its quality guarantee. It means that high-quality compressed audio stream gets passed through completely intact to your amplifier.
All while keeping that 1080p video signal solid over, 50 feet of cable?
Up to 50 feet, yeah, it's a workhorse.
Okay, let's pivot to the price. It's listed at $280. That includes the power adapter and shipping, which is nice.
It is, and that price comes with a big promise. Lifetime support. You can call, chat, text, email. They're there.
That's a serious commitment.
It is, but it runs right up against a very critical policy detail, and you really need to hear this. This product is non-cancelable, non-returnable, and non-refundable.
Wow. Okay, so you better be sure it's what you need. That HDMI 1.3 limit suddenly seems very important to double check.
You have to be absolutely certain it fits your infrastructure. That policy is fascinating, especially when you see budget extractors for around $99 and high-end ones for over $700. This one sits right in that professional middle ground.
A very specific niche.
And one more thing on that. For certain institutions, there are discounts available. If you've got a edu.gov or .mil email, you can get special pricing.
That's great to know. So what does this all mean?
It means the AP536 is a defined mid-range specialist.
Right. It's not for the cutting-edge 4K home theater. It's for the professional installer who's dealing with a common but frustrating problem in a 1080p setup and just needs a reliable fix.
Absolutely. It's a lifesaver in those situations. But let me leave you with a final thought to chew on.
Go for it.
We've established it's limited to 1080p and its audio output is capped at 48 kilohertz. So my question for you is, what specific non-obvious compliance factor do you think justifies that $280 price and that strict non-refundable policy when a basic extractor is only $100? Is it just about commercial grade durability? That's what you should look into next.